Hey guys, it is Sophia, the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm going to be doing my book review on ClockWork, Anels, the novel by Kevin J. Anderson, from a story and lyrics by Neil Peart. This book came out 7 years ago. Yes, it came out in September of 2012. So it came out 7 years ago. And I have read this book, I think this was my third time reading it, although on Goodreads says I only read it twice, so I need to go in there and add that because, as you guys might know, Goodreads used to not let you say you reread a book, and it would drive me crazy because during the summertime I would read books and I would not get credit for it, and it would be devastating. But if you guys have read this book, I encourage you guys to leave your comments down below, and if not, I encourage you guys to check it out. This book is for Rush fans, it's for sci-fi fans, it's for fantasy fans, it's for people who like Kevin Anderson's writing. I just think that their friendship and the things they like has really melded well in all the products they've worked together. You know, they did the 2 books, there's a show or a movie coming out which I can't wait to read. There's the graphic novels, which I've not read yet, but I have read these books several times. And I really enjoyed this. When I picked it up, I was like, I totally want to read this again. And I really enjoyed reading it again. There's one part that was really slow, but it just always gets me how at exactly the right time there is a hint or a glimpse of a Rush song lyric or just something that a Rush fan would know, and it's just so perfectly woven together, and I love it, having the lyrics in it, the characters, the things they put in the story. Like, you know, there's a Rush song called Cold Fire, and there's a lot of references to Cold Fire in here, and it's just a great story. So I'm going to read you some of my favorite parts. As you guys know, I've been tagging the books I've been reading, the ones that are own of mine, to help me go back and film and to make it just fun and entertaining to do. So right here. He was lost in the countryside, lost inside his ideas and experiences. Francesca, his imagined happy future, Bill Arbor, the carnies, the anarchist, and his plans, the watchmaker. Only yesterday he had been the center of the most marvelous universe of happiness, and now how could all be for the best, and who decided that? He thought of the great mechanical orrery his entire life, like all those planets, stars, sun, and moon, had been affixed to a regular course, but now because of his impulsive decision to jump on the steamliner and leave his home, all those celestial bodies have flown loose from their connecting arms and tumbled everywhere, causing the end of his personal universe. He had longed for adventure. Sometimes the angels punished us by answering our prayers. Tears sprang to Owen's eyes as he accepted the dreamline compass. He embraced Pangloss, thanking him for everything and promising to return safely. With distaste, Owen squirmed out of the man's embrace, spun to face him. You're a stranger, a dangerous stranger. Not some long-awaited friend. I don't want to be here, and I certainly don't want any of your education. You gave it to me. You did it to me. He couldn't articulate the pain and heartbreak and the tribulations, everything he had endured since leaving his village. You wrecked my life just like these people wreck ships. They say I suffer from malignant narcissism. I'm nobody's hero, Owen said, especially not yours. All dreams couldn't be illusions. He would find himself a measure of love and laughter, and he would give of himself in return. He just needed to discover the right place, the right people, somewhere that was something he could believe in. He wouldn't let optimism abandon him entirely. He took time to assess the scout ship's cabin, which was cluttered with keepsakes, clothing, scraps of food, knives, and toys. All sorts of flotsam, jetsam swam from unsuspecting ships ruined on the reefs. Oops. Francesca reached out to stroke his arm. Thank your stars you're not like them. When you try to defend me, you can't fix everyone. Turn your back and walk away. If you hold a grudge too long, I'll eat you up like poison inside. So that I should forget about what happened? Her eyes sparkled. You don't have to forget anything, but you're not responsible for it all either. He thought about that as they contemplated the clouds. Everything has its place and everything has its thing. I have my garden to tend. I have to finish writing my own story. And I turn the page. I measure my life differently. Knowing that they're all watching her, she performed with such grace under pressure that my heart skips a beat. Leaping high, Kezia spins a somersault in the air, then pulls the cord, and her spring-loaded angel rings pop out. She glides to the ground and stumbles an awkward landing, but this is just practice, just play with the plot anyway. With a flourish, I twinge in my back. I offer the beautiful gladiolas to my beloved Francesca, who she returns to smile at me. I find it unsettling that she has applied the extravagant handlebar mustache just to get into character. The black jacket fits her nicely, but she ought to tie down her breasts to hide them once the carnival heads off its route again. Here we go. Oh no. In 2 days, the carnival caravan will leave our estate far up the coast and spend the season performing for village after village, ultimately reaching Crown City. They'll play to large crowds even in Corner Square before the ClockWork Anels and enjoy living in the limelight. I need to know what about time, and this garden has taught me all I need to know about measuring my life. The shadow of the gnomon slowly tracks across the space of the sundial, letting me know it is always now. Engraved on the stone pedestals of verse I've taken to heart, something I heard in my own adventure. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, there's all time in between. Hope is what remains to be seen. But if you scrape with a gold pen, the ornate facade, or just a covering which everybody wants to be loved and respected, and neither is good without the other. Love without respect could be as cold as pity. Respect without love can be grim as fear. It took me a long time to understand, but fortunately, through blind luck and years and my wonderful family and friends, I realized that love and respect are the greatest gifts we can receive, the greatest legacy we can leave behind. It is an elegy we like to hear with our own ears. You are loved and respected. If one person could say that about me, I consider it a worthy achievement. If I can multiply that time many times by living each day with the kind of integrity and generosity that earns respect and love, that is a true success by my definition, at least the measure of life. I think of what I've done, I think of my friends and my family, and the satisfaction of the carnival, and the sheer small pleasures of my garden. Are you content? The fortune teller once asked me. Are you happy with what you did? What are you doing? And what are you going to do? A complex question in 2 ways for a young boy from Bear Arbor to answer properly. But after traveling, observing, living, and learning, I know that I can boil the answer down to the one word, yes. I look around me at the rows of exuberant gondolas, the haphazard green beans, tomatoes, and corn, even the dozen apple trees I made into my own new orchard. I planted my seeds, nourished them with my optimism, and I tended my garden. I'll harvest what I deserve, and all is for the best. It is a fine garden. This is a wonderful book for Rush fans out there. If you guys have read it, please leave your comments down below. Please be sure to like this video, and if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. Goodbye.